And this is complete to Moore on the comebacker. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 36. Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver, Moore. The rookie from Colorado on target with that throw. They've got a first down. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. Now a handoff up the middle. Sampson. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. A great effort there. His 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Browns put the Knights' first points on the board as they take the early lead. Extra point good by Hopkins. And that makes the score 7-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And we will not have a run back here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 20-yard line. Back to throw, it's Levis. And this one is incomplete. George Pickens, the intended target, and that'll bring up 2nd down. We look at this Browns defense. They were very good last week in the win over the Saints.
And what I saw on film was nearly an unstoppable pass rush. They had 5 sacks last week, plenty of hurries. So now they just max protect on offense, keep everyone in, and run, 1 or 2 receiver routes to make sure your quarterback stays up. We'll soon find out.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Levis looking to throw. That is caught. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
Now run straight ahead with Warren. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. Well, this defense for the Browns, they were very good last week in the win over New Orleans.
And what I saw on film was a nearly unstoppable pass rush. 5 sacks last week, plenty of hurries given up. So now what do you do on offense? You just max protect, keep everyone in and run the ball, or maybe just 1 or 2 receiver routes in order to try and keep your quarterback upright.
Levis to throw it. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Levis. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 43. 12 yards that time at a Pittsburgh first. So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 43. Levis back to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And he just falls short down at the 1-yard line. Levis, he's going to audible to something else. Warren. No signal, and now they say he did not get in. He is stonewalled at the 1. Call it no gain, and it's going to be 2nd and goal.
They're right there at the 1. No gain, but don't let that stop you. Line back up and keep going at them. If I'm them, I'm thinking about going at it 4 straight times.
Chubb. Looking for a signal, but none forthcoming. They stopped him shy of the goal line. How about this Browns defense they've held so far? This is now 3rd and goal. Chubb again. And good work there defensively as they're able to keep him out of the end zone. 4th down now after a loss of 2.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Boswell's kick is good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30. The Cleveland offense ready to go. They're riding a 2-game winning streak into this Thursday nighter. How easy is it when you're on a roll to stay on a roll given the quick turnaround?
Well, you would think it'd be pretty easy because everyone's locked in practice and meetings because everyone feels good about themselves. And for coaches, this is where they have to tell themselves, don't add too much. Don't worry about game plans as much as players. So look at your play sheet and think, give it to the guys who play best, and don't worry about the rest of it.
Steps away to his left. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. That's good for 28 yards.
I haven't met a quarterback yet that didn't enter the league with a massive chip on his shoulder if he wasn't a first-round pick. They want to show the league that they made a big mistake. Determined to get the first down there, no hesitation at all to tuck it and go. I bet he would have tried running through their entire defense if it meant reaching that marker.
And he's able to work his way down inside the red zone to the 19-yard line. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. They'll get this complete to Tillman. It's going to be a nice pickup, but he also takes a pretty good lick at the end of that one. Second down and 3. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and now they've got it 1st and goal. Looking to throw. Sanders. Quick hitter here. It's complete. Nice job defensively to hold him to 4, and now it's 2nd and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he gets halfway there down to the 1-yard line. Call it no gain that time, and now it's 3rd and goal.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
3rd and goal now, mere inches from pay dirt. Operating from the gun, Sanders. And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. Cedric Tillman, his 5th touchdown now on the year, as his guys are able to extend their lead. Hopkins with the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to 11. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. As mentioned, this one of the hottest teams in the NFL, riding that winning streak into this one. But now playing here on Thursday night, do you think that this helps or hurts their momentum?
Well, ordinarily, I'd say it hurts the momentum because now you get that short week. But when a team's playing as well as they are, it actually allows them to down focus and only worry about themselves and less about their opponent. So when you're playing well, you just worry about the things you're doing well and let the opponent deal with that.
Levis looking to move him around a bit. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. That's caught inside the 20. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. DK Metcalf, 50 yards. And the Steelers have got it back to within a score. Extra point put through by Boswell. And that makes it a 14-10 ball game. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. And, Charles, what a battle this is within the division, because these guys, they've got the lead, but not by much. On the other side of the field, they're knocking on the door and trying to equal them in the wins category.
And I love that second part that you talked about, equaling them in the wins category, because if somehow you get down to the end of the year and they're tied in record, head-to-head's always the first tiebreaker. So the winner of this game, they'll have a big advantage.
The former Buckeye, Cameron Hayward, in there to get him. And on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him.
Well, competition comes up in so many different ways. And right now, this unit, their competition is who's going to get to the quarterback the most times. Had about 5 sacks last week, and we just saw their first one of this game.
3rd and 12. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Flush to his right. Now he'll let it go deep right side. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. On 4th down, Corey Bojorquez gets set to punt for Cleveland. Back deep for the Steelers is Calvin Austin. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. And he'll take a shot at the end of that one, and they'll begin right there. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Things are starting to move in the right direction. They get the touchdown last drive, then their defense gets them the football back.
Yeah, now they have a chance to get the lead if they can put something together here. And I'm eager to see how they decide to do it. They want to be methodical, or they want to take the big strike and go after it right now. Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense if that fell harmless. Levis in trouble. Down he goes. On the corner blitz that time, the sack goes to Denzel Ward. The Steelers on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and forever. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. On 4th down, out is the punter, Cameron Johnston, to boot it away. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. The Cleveland offense ready to go. As we eke closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like, because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge, because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. Forced out to his left. And he'll slide down to avoid the contact. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a 1st down. middle they go. Sampson, fighting off the defender. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. On first down, he'll drop to throw. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. Rookie quarterback, rookie running back. They team up there to pick up the first.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. A great play there as the first half is winding down. And the Browns would extend their lead here just before halftime. Extra point good by Hopkins. And that makes it a 21-10 game. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They're giving them a lot to think about, a lot of different looks. They seem a little bit confused trying to complete passes. Tough series for the passing game. Things just aren't clicking. Hope it didn't come through on this play and get this series back on track with a completion for enough yardage for a first down.
Levis out of the gun on third down. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter. One final shot before the half. Here's Levis. This one into the hands of Metcalf. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. The Steelers going to get the football first here, trailing on the scoreboard as we are back underway on EA Sports. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they're on the short end of the scoreboard here. Charles, what adjustments, if any, do you think they need to make for the second half?
Well, paraphrasing the gold medal hockey winning coach Herb Brooks, I just say you continue to play your game. Throw the ball. They had success doing it in the first half, so make sure you keep getting the ball to your playmakers, a little bit more to the perimeter perhaps, but above all, play your game.
Now Levis. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Greg Newsome. And they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line.
As they started that drive, I think they looked at the scoreboard and said, this is a manageable deficit, guys, but let's go ahead and start cutting it down right here. Instead, an interception happened, so a two-possession game might become 3. So as we get going here in the second half, this could rapidly reach the point where there isn't enough time left for a comeback if their defense doesn't bail them out.
And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. Here's a 2nd and 8. Operating from the gun, Sanders. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Trying to get their tight end involved finally. That's the first time that they've looked his way. He's kind of been a forgotten man in this offensive scheme.
Yeah, it didn't look his way at all in the first half, and I'll bet you the offensive coordinator made a note at the half and said, let's get him involved because he could be a big-time playmaker for us.
Sanders now from the gun on third down. Being chased out left. And he's going to be taken down at the 39, clearly short of the first by a few yards. He'll wind up getting 4 yards there on his own, but it also brings up fourth down. And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. And the lead grows to 14 at 24-10.
So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback. And we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive.
So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Martin Emerson.
And a super return as he gets us all the way down inside the 25-yard line.
So rare to see any quarterback toss back-to-back interceptions in the NFL, regardless of status or experience. Whether it's him personally or just the offensive game plan, I think this defense is reading something out there, and they're holding the upper hand.
The RPO, he completes it. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2.
From the 21, here's a 2nd and 8.
Operating from the gun, Sanders. Just keeping the play alive. And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. A great effort there. His 10th touchdown of the season, 2nd of the game. And the Browns are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Hopkins with the extra point, and the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away.
And he's going to be stopped cold. Good coverage there by the kick team to bring that return to an abrupt halt.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
That catch puts him over 70 yards receiving now as he's got a first down.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, You often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend. Hey, let's face it, you can put any Halloween costume on him. You're not going to be able to disguise him because for a tight end of his size, difficult to sneak him anywhere, but that's what they tried to do. Lined up on his right, tried to work his way back to his left, but just a minimal gain as the defense was able to...
Levis in trouble, down he goes. Myles Garrett, credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. And Levis going to change the play. Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
On is the punter, Johnston now, as he sends this one away. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the Browns will take over with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. The Browns drive about to get started. They have picked up right where they left off in half number 1, just looking really dominant, extending this lead.
And it's fun to see when teams actually do that, because so many times you go into the half after playing well, and you kind of relax a little bit. We've got this. We can kind of punch the button whenever we get good and ready. But for a team to keep the intensity and keep the execution up and come back after the half and play so well, that's actually really, really nice to see.
And a pedal to the metal. That's what we're seeing right now. Only a gain of a yard, but that's all they needed. Off play action. Sanders. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
On second down, they'll run it here. And he coughed it up. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for second down. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10, right at the 40. Operating from the gun, Sanders. Looking for his running back, and he's got it. That will go as a pickup of 7 on the 7th play of the drive. Now 2nd and 3. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he's down into the red zone at the 16 after a gain of 16. 1st and 10.
As I take a look at the clock, I realize that this drive has eaten up a good portion of the 4th quarter already. Got to tell you, partner, when you're trying to salt away a game, this is exactly what it's supposed to look like.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. A 16-yard touchdown. And the Browns extend their lead, and they are about to get to a 9-2 record. Extra point good by Hopkins, and that'll increase their lead to 28. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And their 4-game win streak very much in jeopardy as they go to work here late with a 1st and 10. So the completion good for 7 there, and that'll make it 2nd down. But they go play action. Here's Levis. Flushed out right. Austin is there and brings in another one. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. It's a gain of 34.
Defensive talk 101. Don't let the quarterback out of the pocket, because when that happens, yeah, you may shrink the field with your defense, but it's so easy to lose someone on the backside. And he finds him and picks up a big gain.
Levis sets up to throw here. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Myles Garrett, his 2nd sack of the night. After the sack, oh, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's 2nd and a country mile. Here's Levis. And that's going to be incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this 2nd half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This will be 3rd and a mile. Levis in trouble, down he goes. Myles Garrett in there to get him yet again. That is his 3rd sack tonight. They can't figure him out. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Desperation time now. Here's Levis. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Mike Tomlin takes a shot here, but to no avail. And the Browns are going to get this thing back. Excellent field position. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And a pretty good run there as he gets 7 down to the 33.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. His 5th catch tonight, and it's good for a 1st down. Back to throw. Sanders. Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. It looks like a loss of right around 11 there on 1st down to set him back on 2nd. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Operating from the gun, Sanders. And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown. He has really settled in throwing the football, and that touchdown here in the 4th quarter gives him a pretty comfortable cushion.
He may be a rookie, but he's playing like 4th quarter, and the QBing is easy. How about this guy? Youngster, not worried about anything, just cutting it loose and having fun.
The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Well, CD, it's all window dressing at this point. I mean, the best they can do is end the game with a nice drive to maybe build some momentum to move forward into their next contest.
Yeah, with how lopsided this game has been, even one score might not do a lot of cosmetic good on the scoreboard, partner, because it's just about looking forward at this point. Get a touchdown here, give yourself some positive momentum and reps to focus on when you get back to practice in the next couple of days.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The Steeler first down on the pickup of 11 yards.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. And again, it's Chubb.
They'll get this up to about the 44. When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place.
And then off to the races down the right side. And he makes it all the way down to the 13-yard line. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. On first down, they'll run with Chubb.
Yeah, he'll work free from one tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. 7 yards left for second down. Ball at the 10.
They'll set up a throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late. But he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man. Boswell good with the extra point, and that'll cut the lead down a bit to 28. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30.
The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here.